Hey guys, assalamu alaikum. It's Jenna G. Welcome back to my channel, and of course welcome back to my kitchen. It's my third and final video for this week's video schedule, and of course it's pies. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how I make a ground provision and saltfish pie, and you want to stay tuned to the end of the video to see some behind the scenes and some bloopers. So most Trinidadians, most Caribbean people enjoy a good provision, whatever the dish, boiled provision, steamed provision, boiled and fried provision, in soup. So why not put it into a pie? I'm going to be adding in some saltfish just for some extra little flavor to it. So let's jump into this video. These are the ingredients that we need. So these are the ground provision that I'm going to be using. You can use any that you have on hand, anything extra. This is the perfect dish for you guys to use. Sweet potatoes, green fig, yam, eddos, and dashi, whatever you have, good dish for you guys to try out. I'm going to be using some onion, garlic, pimento, some things that I always have to cook with no matter the dish. These are the ingredients that I always have. I'm going to be using eggs, saltfish. The type of saltfish that I use, you usually purchase the ones in the supermarket in the pack. It's a lot easier to work with. I'm going to be using some butter or margarine. Just a little bit of cheese goes into this recipe, but you guys could use as much or as little. You guys can also eliminate the egg if you want. For some spice, I'm going to be adding some cayenne pepper. You can eliminate it, it's optional. Some green seasoning goes in there, some evaporated milk as well. Anything that I might have left out, everything will be noted on my recipe on my website, so you guys could check that out. So first things first, let's work on peeling our provisions. So while we peeling the stuff, you want to put your water to heat up, so that once you're finished peeling, it's just a matter of putting it into boil. Once I have them peeled, I am going to just slice them up and put them in a bowl of water. I'm going to do this for all of the provisions that we're using. So I'm just going to be peeling it now, and then I'm going to rinse it out properly after, of course, before I put them into boil. So once we have all of the ground provisions clean, peeled and sliced up, give it a good rinse, and then we're going to put these to boil. And you basically want to boil them until they are tender. And while the provisions are boiling, we'll put the saltfish to boil as well, or if you want to put it to soak, it's really up to you. So once we have our ground provisions all boiled, just going to use a potato masher and just smash everything up, or a fork, whichever one. Fun thing about this is if you want some chunks, you know, you can leave some chunks. It's up to you. So I have the saltfish already finished here. You're just going to break that up into some pieces there. You can put this in a mini chopper if you want. Add that in. In goes all the onions, the garlic, pimento, green seasoning goes in. Just going to mix everything up. In another bowl, I'm going to add the egg and the milk. So in this bowl I have the egg and the milk. I'm just going to mix that up. Normally you'd put cheese in this part too, but I'm going to not put too much cheese except for the topping in this particular recipe. So I'll leave cheese as any amount you guys want when I'm writing the recipe on the website. It's only because husband is trying to not eat cheese and all of that. So, you know, cheese usually goes in here. We're eliminating it. Goes the cayenne pepper. Gonna add that in here, mix it all up, and then we're going to add this to a grease, the baking dish, and we're going to pop this into the oven. So once I've smoothed out the top a bit, just going to put a little cheese just for topping's sake. And now into the oven this goes. Check it out. That's what it looks like open it out of the oven. So we're going to let it cool and then we're going to cut into it. So this recipe and video is a pretty straightforward one to follow along with. It's not too difficult. Let's just recap. You boil your provisions and you boil your saltfish. The provisions, you boil them until they're nice and tender using any provisions that you have on hand. The saltfish, you can soak it or you can boil it, and I usually taste it just to see, get an idea of how much longer it needs to be boiled or soaked for. Once you have the provisions boiled and they're nice and tender, crush them up, mash them up as fine or as chunky as you want. Break the saltfish up once it's finished soaking or boiling. Add that to the provisions. You're going to add your milk, your butter, your eggs. If you want to add the cheese, go right ahead, and any other seasoning that you want to put into your pie. You want to mix it all up, add it to a grease dish, top it off with some cheese, pop it into the oven. Pretty straightforward. Of course, if you guys have any questions, comment down below, let me know. If you do have your own version of it, comment down below and let me know as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget, give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to share with all your friends and your family. And before we end, like I mentioned in the beginning of the video, stay tuned to some behind the scenes and some bloopers. The thing is, when you're doing these cooking videos, well, at least in my case, it's only natural sometimes in the kitchen to forget some things, to do some things wrong. So what you guys see in the cooking videos, you guys don't really get to see the behind the scene. And for this particular video, for some reason, it just really wasn't my day. I mean, provision pie is not so hard to make, right? But for some reason, when I was filming this pie, it just clearly was not my day. So let me just show you guys what exactly I'm talking about. So first of all, the sweet potato was not good. I kept peeling it and nothing was good. It was not good at all. So what you guys saw in the beginning with the actual sweet potato, I had to actually change that and use another one. And then I had everything mixed in, and I added I put it into a dish. Now the dish it fit just right, like perfect, but I thought it would have been too thick. So I emptied it into another dish that you all would have seen. So the first dish I used was an 8x8, and then the second one ended up being 9x9, which fitted much better. And then when I thought I had everything down now, I realized when I was going to clean up that I forgot to even include the margarine or the butter. So while trying to clean up the counter, ready to put the pie to bake, I realized that the margarine was left out. So I had to put that into a bowl, empty the 9x9 that I already filled the mixture into, and mix everything up again, and then put it back into the dish and then let it bake. So sometimes when we're doing these cooking videos, it takes a lot of time and energy and redos and do-overs sometimes, and yeah, sometimes I get it on camera. So in this case I did, so I decided to share it with you guys. So the point is, we all have our moments in the kitchen, of course. Most importantly, just have fun in the kitchen. If you make a mistake, don't worry about it. Follow me on Instagram. Actually, you might see some of my fails. So the other day I left potato in the air fryer, totally forgot about it, and we got some real bun up potatoes, and it happened with something else. Burn rice, it happens all the time. So this time you guys got to see it because I had the camera. So I hope you guys enjoyed that part of it. Hope you guys enjoyed this entire video and the ground provision and saltfish pie recipe. So the full recipe and the proper ingredients and measurements will be found on the website, listed down below in the description box. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I shall see you guys in my next video. Stay tuned to my next video lineup.